Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I thought I'd just jump on with a guidance reading. I'm not going to pull any tarot cards. I'm just going to pull some oracle cards, see what any guidance or messages are. I'm sure that we'll be able to pop a story together with them, and we'll have a little midweek check-in. Okay, let's start with messages from your angels. I might just pull some cards first and then we can go back and have a look, a bit more of a deeper look into their meanings. Okay, so Sonia, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. Okay, so let's pull a postcard from Spirit and see what message wants to come out now. I like it when Sonia comes up. It just really kind of reminds you to connect with anyone that's kind of, passed over, so that you can feel their presence and their connection, and just to feel that they are in peace now. And really that it's time for you, you can move on and not worry about them. Let's get one of these postcards. It says celebrate life at the bottom. I always like to have a look at the bottom, just here. Right at the bottom, celebrate life. Dearest you, you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first you need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also paradoxically one with the world, individual yet part of a great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where we are saying you are on the right track, even if your ego self doesn't see that. Listen to your soul. Check in with Spirit. Keep going. Spirit loves you. Life loves you. We love you. So I really feel that this is a message from the other side to say it's time now for you to step into your unique purpose. That you have a unique purpose here and you're not to hold yourself back. Okay. The Enchanted Map. Movement and details. So it looks like you can't stay still anymore. There has to be some kind of movement. Card number 28. Now that brings us to a 10, and the 10 is about completing cycles and moving on to new ones. Okay. You are in a time of positive forward motion. This is a time for positive momentum as you come out of a period of restriction. You're in a stage of new adventure and discovery. You may feel compelled to take a trip, change your hair, or move your home or business. Regardless, you can't remain where you are anymore. You feel compelled to go forward. No matter what your inquiry, you will see your dreams take form and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts and you now know the actions you need to take. This isn't the time for fear. Let it go and move forward. Okay, so there's definitely guidance here of it's time for you to for change. It's a time for change. Card 43. The most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. This is a time to be aware of the fine print in all areas of your life. Look at the details and leave the broad strokes for another time. When this card appears in a reading, it's a sign to finesse a project, make small but meaningful gestures, or add a personal touch to your correspondence. Be aware that what you need to know lies in the details. If you're entering into an agreement of any kind, pay attention to them before, not after when it's too late. Clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. It's like pay attention. Clarity and transparency are key. The most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. I want to say you're wiser. I'm not sure what cards I'm using. Okay, let's have some fun with some unicorn cards. Creative. Draw, paint, think, and act in creative ways. So it's like kind of let your uniqueness, let your creativity flow. Allow it to flow. Where's the book? You're a creative person, which means that you like to express your thoughts and feelings in artistic ways. It doesn't matter whether your artwork is perfect. What matters is that you express yourself creatively. This card asks you to spend more time being creative. That means doing something artistic, such as painting, drawing, singing, dancing, dressing in costume, writing a story, or taking photos. When you do something creative, you'll feel free and happy. Creativity also helps you to see the world in new ways. You notice amazing new details in everyday life and see colours that you never noticed before. Creativity also sparks new ways of doing things, which also positively affects work and play. Doing things in the same way every time puts you into a rut. Ruts are major causes of stress, and stress can lead to sad or tired feelings. The best way to get out of a rut is by doing something creative. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you do it with a creative flair. Okay, so definitely movement, change, get creative. It's time to do what you love. Let's get a journey of love. I'd like to see what card wants to come out. Okay, I see. Falling. Card number 14. Okay. I'll read the poem first. It's very short. But it says, is it wrong to love, to feel what I hold inside? The answer must wait. Okay, so falling. Don't worry. You may fear you are falling, but it's just your soul diving deeper into the ocean of bliss. You are sensing parts of your life flying away from you, out of your control, as the momentum of your divine surrender takes over and becomes more powerful than the old adhesive between you and what no longer serves. Laugh, cry, celebrate, and ponder. Whether it makes sense or not, you are like a perfectly ripe fruit falling from the universal tree, succulent and ready to be enjoyed for all that you are. If you wait any longer, this moment will be lost and you'll end up on the ground, having to decay and go to seed in order to start the whole process again. This is not so bad, but what a shame if your sweet nectar was not to be savoured by a hungry world. You deserve to be declared the most delicious, juicy fruit that ever was. So fall, you'll end up exactly where you are meant to be. This oracle contains a message for you. You are being called closer into divine union and into the fulfillment of your destiny now. It's safe for you to trust what is happening. Go with it. It might seem like you are being asked to take a leap of faith. It's the right timing for that. It's your time to give yourself in love without holding back anything of yourself. Just bring back to that postcard. You have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. Okay. I'm going to finish on one more long message. Long message, it's a Rumi message, so it is going to be the longest. I surge on the uprising wave of love. I spoke about the movement card being card number 10, meaning about completions and new beginnings. So 5 is the halfway mark. It's the mark where, you feel that you're maybe losing complete control of who you are and that you're falling kind of into the unknown. And then we have 5 again, and it was just 14 which brought us to a 5 with the falling card, and then we've got card number 5. I surge on the uprising wave of love. My life can be summed up in 3 accounts. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. Rumi. I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly, flying through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are idled and my mind becomes a blurry mess. And so I feel the truth of her love and the divine reflection she shines back at me from her radiant heart. Greater forces of planetary movements affect us all. We experience day and night through the interplay of the earth, sun and moon. This is a profound and obvious effect. The movements of the cosmos affect us deeply, body and soul. Some movements are perhaps less obvious in form, but are just as great, if not more so, in effect upon our spiritual growth and life experiences. You are going through a cycle, or very soon will be, by which you will be moved by forces greater than your own personal will. This is a karmic period, a time during which the movements of greater planetary bodies will have an impact upon the earth and humanity. This is a way of things, greater cycles affecting smaller ones. The smaller ones are not less important, but they do have to bow to the power of the great, in oneness with the magnificent unfolding divinity that is life itself. What we always have at our disposal is choice as to how we respond to these affecting movements and cycles. The effect of this karmic cycle now unfolding in your life is to bring you into sweet surrender and awakening into greater love. What a delicious divine destiny. However, even if we sense at one level that a shift has a positive end in store for us, we can encounter resistance and fear born of the ego in response to the stirring of spiritual uprising. We may quake in our holy body and wonder if everything is getting out of control and into some disorder. We will be right in our sense of imminent chaos. The disorder, however, is the ego perspective because its range of vision is too small, too limited to comprehend the greater workings of the planetary systems that move life towards love. This is, sorry, that was somebody at the door posting something through. This is as it should be. The teacup is not made to hold the ocean, just actually a cup of tea. But if we begin to imagine that the cup of tea is preferable to the ocean simply because it is more containable, how much we miss out on. And how terrifying when we are actually thrown into the ocean and moved by it. Its sheer power, its wild force, and its passionate dance with the Moon Mother might have us fearing that we most certainly will die. Yet the only thing that is dying here and now in your grasp, your attempts at control. Why? Because your heart is more powerful than your fear, and it wants to live in total trust and surrender of the unfoldment of life's genius. It wants to let life happen to it. What a wise intention that is. Why seek to impose a smaller and less interesting story upon life when the great master storyteller is weaving a fantastic tale of great love, great adventure, and sublime spiritual success? No, it is wiser, wilder, and more fun to surf the great wave of consciousness seeking to overtake you now. Dive in, beloved, surge with it. You are being given the gift of grace in this oracle, the promise that you won't drown and that you will, in fact, be given a glimpse of your own divinity should you choose to accept whatever will be offered to you. Don't try to swim against the tide of your own life journey. Go with it. The divine is there waiting for you, orchestrating waves upon which you may reach the heavenly shore. Yes, the divine is there waiting for you, waiting on a picnic blanket of fabric of the heavens with a sacred feast of earthly bounty just now being unpacked in your honour. Get yourself into the ocean and ride those waves to your sacred date with the divine right now. Sweet beloved, surfs up. This oracle comes with a message for you. There are changes happening and they will be out of your control. This is because you are ready for accelerated life change. Rather than paddling, you'll be caught up in a wave and moved farther, faster. Let yourself surge on the energy of what is happening, leading with your heart and just going with whatever unfolds. This will bring you to the best fortune and open you up to the divine destiny that is your birthright this lifetime. I think that's amazing. Starting off just with Sonia, I just think that's a message from the other side for you to go after your birthright. Okay, change is here. And it's out of your control. It's an awesome reading. Ride the wave. Don't resist it. I surge on the uprising wave of love. It's your unique purpose and your destiny. Okay, guys. I'll catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye for now.